Well, and then we have to keep the conversation ongoing. And all the content we've been delivering to you has been about how efforts are being made to ensure that we're able to fight this. I'm talking about coronavirus. And I did enjoy that interaction that Mama Vioso Abwaje had with various student leaders across the country in Ghana's universities about how they think that their institutions undertaking distance learning or using the alternative means of technology to enhance teaching and learning within the period. And I'm hoping that all these efforts for the various sectors will come to a head, and ultimately Ghana will be the better for it. And talking about that, we do know that various institutions have also been donating to ensure that everybody comes on board, and government and its COVID-19 team is able to monitor as well as do the right things and to ensure that we're able to nip this in the bud. And well, we do have the Adonko Group. They also have been undertaking that effort by way of not only their corporate social responsibility, but also raising emphasis on this. And they've brought together a number of initiatives that are all geared towards it. Now, we want to interact with them, get to know what really they've packaged for this period and what has been their latest. I have Owusu Setre Ajamain. He's a business development manager for Adonko Group. Good morning to you. And I see that you've undertaken a number of initiatives until now. What have they been?
Okay, Adonko Hand Sanitizer is a product well engineered by Adonko Bitters Company Limited, which happens to be a subsidiary of Angel Group of companies. And as a formidable company, we have great respect for corporate social responsibility. And this product was, came into being per the emergence of the virus quite recently. And as a company, we know that we are not in normal times, but hard times. So in the course of the year, we structured a CSR project. The first phase of the project, I think the founder of the group, in the person of Dr. Kwekuotin, under his tutelage, mandated that we give out certain key items, food items, and monies to the tune of 800,000 Ghana cedis. We gave out to orphanages and hospitals and the needy, I would say.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what you've done over the period.
Exactly.
But alternatively, I also know that you're into a number of things, not only alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, but you also have pharmaceuticals as well.
No, I mean, you're into herbal, but...
Yes, herbal. Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, alternative medicine, as we call it. Exactly. And you've produced hand sanitizers.
Yes.
And these have come in handy. Have they been in the market for a very long time?
For quite some time. I mean, per the emergence, as I emphasized earlier, of the coronavirus.
And have you donated some of them already?
Yes, we have.
To which institutions specifically?
To the media houses, I would say, and largely to hospitals and orphanages across Ghana.
But if it has to be on the market, which already is, it means that it goes by way of what sort of sales and the promotion for this? What's
happening is we have agents all over Ghana, I mean in every region. So we have certain numbers, I think that we put out on the screen. And as and when, it's a 24-hour customer service center. So as and when people call, we connect to the agents and the supply is being made. That's if you want to wholesale or it's for personal use.
Okay. Can you share the numbers with us?
Okay.
The customer. So we'll get that for you. But it also means that you've been doing a lot when it comes to the fight. Before we get to share the numbers with would-be perhaps retailers or wholesalers, what is the grand plan for the Adonko Group for the COVID-19 nationally?
Well, we as a company, we understand that we are not in normal times, but very, very, very hard times. So the interest is not really into profit making, but helping Ghanaians practically. Yes. And so that's why we have, like I mentioned, we have series of projects. The other one is gone, and the second one will come in no time, just to donate largely to people.
It will mean that a lot of investment is gone in.
Exactly.
By what quantum?
Well, I can't mention that.
You can't mention that for now.
I can mention that.
But alternatively, when it comes to the COVID fight, what have been your observations so far, especially the base where you operate, whether it's your manufacturing hub, and then alternatively also where your distribution points are? Would you say have been the way we've been able to fight this coronavirus?
Well, I would say, okay, fine, let me say this product has come to stay. And per what's happening, I think Ghanaians will be disciplined. And even if COVID should go tomorrow, we should stick to the preventive measures being emphasized by health professionals and their president as well.
Mm. The bottles are just similar to what you do. The bottles, the containers.
Exactly. But
did you specifically manufacture them for this, or?
Yeah, exactly.
Just specifically manufactured for this. Okay, so how much do they go on the wholesale and retail market?
All right, this small one is 125 ml.
Okay.
And that's 8 cedis wholesale. That's 10 cedis on the market.
Okay.
And the 200 ml, 12 Ghana cedis wholesale price, and 15 on the market.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. And this is special because?
Quality-wise, it's on top. What happened in the course of the year before we produced this product was we did what we call the industry check or research. And we realized that many brands on the market do not have the sealant ingredients necessary to produce a sanitizer. In my last check, I think just about a quarter ago, we realized that people dwell on starch and mixed with ethanol, which is very bad. What we have in this one is glycerin. That's one of our major components, and lime. And what's the name? The glycerin is the moisturizer, of course, and lime as well.
So according to the ingredient, based on the content that you have here, you have ethyl alcohol, which is 70%, and the range from which it is acceptable medicinally. And then we have distilled water, glycerin. We also do have hydrogen peroxide, and then also a fragrance.
Exactly. Which you can't find in other brands, you know.
Yes, yes.
And the reason why we added the moisturizer is, you know, ethanol, of course, has an effect on the skin with overtime usage. So the question is, if COVID is going to go long over 3 years, that means if you're going to use raw ethanol, that would affect your skin. So that's why we've added the moisturizer to protect your skin.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's moisturizer.
Exactly.
To moisturize.
And to keep your skin.
Yeah, and it's got a nice fragrance too.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, and going forward, what do you intend to do as a group, knowing that we have at least a couple of months going by what the WHO and the other relevant scientific community are saying before we're able to get out of the woods when it comes to coronavirus? What do you intend doing as a group?
The plan is to make the product easily accessible. As I mentioned earlier, we have agents all over Ghana, in every other region. Yes, so the focus primarily in the next few months is that consumers or people of Ghana would have easy access to the product. That's number one. And we urge all and sundry to embrace all the preventive measures highlighted, and especially by the president over the weekend, which is very, very key.
Do you have the go-ahead of your shareholder to donate more?
Certainly.
Okay.
Like I told you, we've outlined certain CSR projects. The first phase is gone. That's when we give out the 800,000 Ghana cedis to people, and we give out bottles of this product to the tune of 150,000 exactly. So the second phase, I'm sure, would come in no time, possibly next month. We shall donate largely and give out monies to people to help them.
To keep giving.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much. It's been an enlightening conversation, and we're hoping that we can have you back in the studio to again broaden the discussion overall on coronavirus. But we've had in the studio the business development manager for Adonko Bitters, Owusu Setre Ajimane. Thank you very much. All right, we have to go for a break. When we come back, we're going to have Kadi right here in the studio. We want to talk entertainment, and on AM Showbiz, we have an interaction with the organizers of 3 music awards. You know them, and they were supposed to have convened that before the break. And look, they own a number of initiatives to ensure this is brought back onto the center table, and we're hoping that we'll have all these laid out to you. Stay with us.